Hey yo, join me for a 1 hour long geopolitical analysis episode on YouTube. More details at the end of this post. The 12-day war between Israel and Iran just ended with a Trump brokered ceasefire on June the 23rd. For the full summary of the war, check out my yellow bannered post where I cover the war start to finish. It's got book emojis in the banner, etc. But here's the terrifying truth nobody is talking about right now. This piece is hanging on by a mere thread. It's a conflict that could just pop off again anytime under conditions that are very easy to fulfill. I talk about conditions because I'm a geopolitical analyst, right? I'm looking at things very logically, very analytically. American intelligence recently leaked a bombshell report that contradicts everything Trump, US president, has been claiming. While he declared Iran's nuclear program completely obliterated, the reality is very different. Iran's uranium stockpiles are largely intact. That's what the prevailing truth is leaning towards from a variety of sources. Satellite images show trucks hauling material away just before the strikes. I myself have shared several videos with you saying that it's possible Iran and America, in fact, collaborated in advance of the American B-2 bombing strikes on June the 21st as part of a deal to show American action to appease the Israel lobby, but to lead to de-escalation, which benefits America's geostrategic goals moving forward into the future, because they need to face Zhongguo, China, across the Pacific, their great power rival. Now, the growing data shows Iran moved its nuclear material to alternative secret locations. I'm not saying this is a fear. I'm not saying this to fearmonger or to call for further conflict. By the way, loads of people have messaged me saying, "Mahfouz, why are you exposing what might have happened in terms of the Iranian nuclear capabilities? You're just inviting war again." Guys, the heads of state are not tuning into my TikTok, though at some point maybe potentially they would do. The heads of state, though, at the moment, are not tuning into my TikTok and making geopolitical decisions on the national state level based on the speculations and analytical assessments that I, myself, a common man sitting in his box bedroom office conversion, those analysis pieces that I'm dishing out for the community, that's not a thing. So far from it. Okay, I'm not here to fearmonger. I'm reporting to you the news and the analysis unbiased, without the Western spin, because you're going to struggle to find in the English language what I do anywhere else. Now, here are the facts confirmed by a variety of sources. The bunker buster bombs only damaged surface structures in Iran. The underground core facilities that I talked about even before the conflict ended. The underground core facilities, evidence from local sources and expert speculation from outside of Iran suggest that they remain very much intact, still operational. Theoretically, the bunker busters could have reached the depth of those critical facilities. In practice, they very much look like they have not reached those depths. Iran likely still has over 400 kilograms of enriched uranium. I need tissue because I'm feeling a Macron itch coming around. Oof. Anyway, Iran still likely has 400 kilograms of enriched uranium, enough for theoretically 10 nuclear weapons if it took its civilian program, withdrew from the non-proliferation treaty legally, and in 3 months switched it to a weapons program. Even more dangerous for the enemies of the Islamic Republic, at least. Even more dangerous, Iran just announced it's building a third enrichment facility and new installations of advanced centrifuges, following the IAEA conclusion on June 12th that found Iran to be non-compliant with the Atomic Agency guidelines. Fun fact, guidelines that Israel has never been, held to. So they've continuously been in breach of those guidelines, but they apparently don't apply to Israel because, one set of rules for the West, another set of rules for the rest, right? The guidelines Iran agreed to adhere to, also fun fact, they agreed to adhere to them when America and Iran signed the JCPOA, which America broke. So why would Iran be expected to adhere to a deal the other side broke? Double standard Western rules for the win, YOLO, you only live West, YOLO. Now, the analysis points, by the way, in the upcoming video, I'm going to talk about how the Atomic Agency is potentially compromised because Rafael Grossi has been leaked in some documents as being someone who is in communication and collaboration with the Israeli state. Now, why would he need to be in collaboration with the Israeli state? The Israeli state, I keep pointing out every video, the Israeli state is not monitored by the Atomic Agency. So what's the head of the Atomic Agency going to Israel for? Anyway, we'll talk about that in another video. Now, the analysis points to something clear on this matter. Both sides are claiming victory, right? Iran quite reasonably, and Israel in a sort of hard cope with mental gymnastics thrown in. Both sides are claiming victory after the 12-day war, while quietly, they're both preparing for round two. To answer the question so many have been asking me, this ceasefire isn't a permanent peace. Yes, it might pop off again. To answer your question, yes, it's very likely just a time out. For the unbiased news and analysis without the Western spin, I'm Mahfouz, and I'll see you on the next one. Actually, before you go, I want to share a trailer with you for hopefully I can edit this accordingly. I want to share a trailer with you for a 1-hour special geopolitical analysis episode I recorded with my friends at Tarikhology.
When America came to Iran and said, stay in line, fall in line, we're the master, you serve us. The Iranian people basically said, how about no, and you get lost. Iran's, the problematic entity in the region. Iran's potentially the aggressor. Iran's the one that's a risk. Israel as a state is running out of time. Running out of time to do what? They're running out of time to expand. And Trump, you can see, especially in the last few months, by and large, has adopted the Russian narrative.
It's not sponsored, because when I said with my friends, it sounded like it was a sponsor. It's not a sponsor. These are mates in London that I vibe with, right? So this is an Islamic history channel and educational institute. So it's not just for Muslims, but the Muslims. The full episode will be on YouTube, where I basically go through the origins or the foundations of geopolitics, and then we touch on the Israel-Iran conflict. We touch on the UK and its role, compared to China, US. We do all kinds of stuff. It's an hour long, which is very odd or unique if you've just been consuming my content in these 10-minute TikTok bursts. So if you're interested, link will be, the name of the channel will be in the description. Look it up on YouTube and tune in on Sunday. Search them up. Tune in for the premiere, Saturday, 10 a.m., where I'll be watching on TikTok live. I don't know why I'll be watching myself, but they've asked me to, so I'll do it. And maybe it'll make for some laughs. It was recorded before the ceasefire was agreed between Iran and Israel. So, let's see if my forecasting, if my analysis looks right even a week or 2 weeks down the line. Thank you for your support. Tune in for that, and I'll see you on the next one.